Guys, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, yeah, nice and hot today. But yeah, what we got this week, we have the bomb defusal stuff arrived. Saw that last week. We're going to be setting it up, giving it a try, working out what we're doing with it. Hopefully get some sort of demo set up for the end of the week. Bit ambitious, but we'll see. And then Rob's hoping to make a start on Skystead as well. Finally get in touch on that beach island just in time for the hot weather.
And then lastly for me, it's going to be Jigsaw and maybe a bit of voxels at the end of the week. We'll see how it goes.
All right, big news. So the bombs have arrived.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Basically, these are the equipment that I'm going to be using to run our escape room. There's a company in Poland that makes them, and they're really, really cool. So this is like, I think this is like a Morse code machine or something, I think. Essentially the way it works is this is like a mini game thing, so, or whatever. We'll be showing you all of the mechanics later on. Me and Jack are going to, that's upside down, let's not open that. Me and Jack are going to start playtesting them. That's the Simon Says game that we already had. Essentially, these big cases have a bunch of modules in, and then these little cases plug into them. But yeah, we're going to have a little playtest today with me and Jack. It's just me and him in the office today. Oh, this is just so robust, so fun to open. Oh, I was lying. It wasn't upside down at all. But yeah, you can see that this case and this case have got a bunch of different modules built into it, and they actually run the program. So they've got lots of things like there's a screen here that tells you what's going on. There's a scoring system. And yeah, it's very much like Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. But yeah, we'll show you when they're turned on. We've actually got them working because there'll be updates and things that we need to do, I'm sure.
One winner later.
All right, yeah, we've just been testing out the black case, which is sort of like a Keep Talking Nobody Explodes experience, and this is the configurable thing that we're going to be making the escape room out of. Jack's playing around with this module now.
I'm getting close.
He's working it out. All of the kit and stuff is configurable, so like we don't know how to get that working. And well, we do. We just need to set it up. But these you should be able to solve by themselves. So he's almost done it. So he's got to turn the dials until they're at the right point, and then he presses send and it scans it. No, that's not quite green. It's close. Hey, he's done it. And there you go. It gives you a code which you can use for a padlock or entering into the device. And then you can plug in a different one. So that code might line up to this keypad, which then opens up this like locked safe thing. Do you want to try another one?
Mm-hmm.
How are you changing it?
I don't know how I'm changing it. It's just, it was green earlier, now it's not. Oh! Do I get all these light up? Oh, so that's green now. Ah, hold on a minute.
He's worked it out. He's worked it out.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Where are you? Oh! I'm guessing that was the one.
Nice. And then, RFID.
Oh,
there we go. Flawless. So there's an RFID tag in that bag somewhere. It scans it, and then it gives you a code. So it's a bit of a countdown as you're hacking.
Oh, we've got to find it again.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know, we'll work it out, won't we?
Okay, so I've sort of just been trucking through the Jigsaw DLC today. This DLC is taking a little bit longer than I originally anticipated. It's not so much doing the actual design work of the levels, it's more so actually making sure all the Jigsaw pieces line up correctly. So you can see here with this pattern one, this one was quite hard to do. Like I said, the pattern itself wasn't hard, but sort of making this sort of jumbled pattern of the Jigsaw work was definitely hard to get within a circle. I'm not sure what this kind of design is called for the Jigsaw, but I think it's just called like random Jigsaw pieces. It's not like sort of, perfect square pieces, they're sort of just random. But overall, I think it does look quite nice in the end. It definitely has that sort of, what's I'm looking for, like a stained glass look, but that wasn't the intention. But as it is for now, I'll leave it how it is. And I've been working on the next image, which is going to be a 3D Jigsaw. Now this one's taking a while. It doesn't actually look that big, but this image is actually quite large in terms of height. So it's taken quite a while to get all sort of the drawing done. And now I'm going through and adding in the Jigsaw pieces and overlay, and then I'm going to sort of try and merge it in the levels.
Obviously down here on the floor, got the bomb case all plugged in. See it's flashing blue, that's because it's connected to my PC. It's got a built-in like Wi-Fi connector, and then you can connect over here.
But basically the idea is that we grow kelp in here, and then when it gets to a certain...
I'm actually physically connected to the device, and that allows me to then go to this website and then start setting up different games. Head back to the dashboard. We've got the demo and then test one, which is, again, as you can tell, I'm sort of just playing around and trying out how this works. And then in the settings, you've got your general stuff like your messages that you have on the screens, how the game starts, all the sort of self-explanatory stuff. And then going through the section, you can set up the colour of the lights. We were hoping you could set this per stage, but you can't by the looks of it, which I think I sort of already knew a little bit of. But yeah, then you've got the main bit, which is the game flow. So it's set up with the initial game flow. You have a starting message. You can set the colour and the size and stuff of the message. You can also do it with a QR code or an image if you want to make it look a bit more interesting than just text. I'll play around with it later, see how that looks like, but for now I'll just put in all the cheats, which didn't work because once you've started playing with one of the actual modules, the screen changes, so that's fine. The idea would be the answers will be around the room, not on the actual screen. And yeah, you just go through adding more stages if you want the game to be longer, and then you choose what actual modules are included. So yeah, just sort of playing around, test this out. Got some ideas of how we're going to set up the games, but yeah, just learning how it works first.
Okay, cool. So this image has pretty much taken me all day, and looking at it straightforward, it doesn't look like it's the most detailed image, and it isn't, because the initial plan was to actually split it up into jigsaw pieces, which I have done. So if we get rid of this one and we go to this, you can see here, this is all the pieces split up into individual bits to make up the actual image, and it just took forever. Going through with the one tool here, just selecting and sort of drawing out jigsaw pieces just took ages, and making sure they're all lined up correctly. It was definitely a bit of a task to do, but I'm actually quite happy with the actual image itself. I think it looks pretty cool. And obviously, if anyone has the desire to go into the image later and actually link them all up, the image should recreate into this. So yeah, pretty happy with that. But as for now, I'm going to jump back over to the Big Ben image. Thought I'd be doing this a bit early in the day, but considering it took quite a while to do that last one, I'm starting it a bit late.
So we're going through more setup of the various bomb defusal stuff. You can see here I've got all of the different PDFs open, just to go through the setup, because each one has a slightly different password to connect to, etc. And yeah, each one uses this IP address to connect to the particular device. Right now I have the guest decoder connected. It has to be powered on. There's no power switch, just plug it in. And yeah, there's no setup for this particular one other than the colours of the... Is it the colours? Let me have a little look. So there's nothing to change for this one other than the colours and the actual code. So I've set the code there. We can change it as we want to. That's just sort of an answer. And that's the same for a lot of these, is that it gives you a code of some description, and that can be used on the main device for, like, say, the different keypads or whatever. So we can set up a bit of a flow for that. But each one is slightly different in how it sets up and how it works. So again, this one, very similar. You can set a message on the screen. You can set what the actual keypad code is, and that's always a box, which gives you more stuff. This particular one is the RFID reader. We've got some blank ones here. I've had a bit of an issue connecting them. I'll just have to turn it off and on again. And again, that just gives you an actual answer on the screen, so a different code. This one here had the least amount of setup, or second least, I guess, because all you can do is change the colours on this one. You don't get an answer on this screen. It's a decoder, so you're meant to put in the actual Morse code, and then it tells you what the Morse code is reading at. So you put like ... it'll give you an S, etc. So we can provide the players with a Morse code, and they can use this device to translate it to get an answer for that main machine over there. And then finally this one, the most simple. It's the first one they ever made, the manufacturers. So this doesn't actually have a Wi-Fi connection. It doesn't connect to the website. All this one does is there's a way to reset the actual device and set a code. So I've set a code for this as well, just so we know. Also, the default code began with a 1, which Rob isn't keen on. Same with like 1s and 9s, very common starting. So yeah, each one has this code set that I now know the codes for each of them. And each one had to get updated for any sort of system hardware updates. So yeah, that's all done. Took a bit of time. But yeah. Now that's done. Tomorrow I'll make a start with the bomb and see what I can do game-wise.
Yeah, so today has been a bit of a write-off. Essentially, we heard word that there is a new round of funding from a different innovation funding service available to us. So essentially, I've just been applying for that. I've been getting there though, because it's 73% complete, and that's just with a day's work. So these things really do take a lot of time. I think the last few steps as well, there's a lot of finances and things like that that they expect us to provide and do research on. So it's going to be a little bit more work, but yeah, it's we have to do it. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll get this submitted, and then we'll get rejected again, won't we? but there's always a chance. Think positive. Kim's over there.
We've set up a little game on the bomb defusal kit, using all of the actual little things. Put a little letter code in each one. We do need padlocks, so you can't padlock these shut. There's various points of the game you unlock 4-digit codes, which is meant to be to unlock these individual boxes. But yeah, Kim just went through it all. Thank you very much, Kim. Took a lot of notes. There's a few mistakes on there, and a lot of things we can make better. But I think it's for a first attempt, it's pretty good. It's taking about an hour getting that done, so yeah, pretty good.
So the Jigsaw DLC is coming along pretty well, and we've got 18 levels done now, and Lee's actually queuing them at the same time, so this DLC should go over pretty quickly. But as the last 2 levels, I'm thinking of doing a level where it's just solid colours inside of big jigsaw pieces, so the actual level size will probably be the same, but the pieces themselves will be quite large. So that'll be quite a quick level. But for the last one, I'm going to do one more landscape, as it was just, it would be quite a cool idea that I take the missing piece from the Statue of Liberty here and include it in a different level, so it looks like the pieces have been mixed up with another jigsaw puzzle. So that's going to be the last one. But yeah, it's going quite well. All the QA has been quite quick, so hopefully these last 2 levels will be quite quick too.
Yes, that's beeping, and we don't know what to do. We can't do anything with it, and this audio is going to sound awful. So, there's Jack going to check on them. Yeah, so it says more alarming things. So the flat numbers are changing. So it looks like the fire's spreading.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Or the smoke spreading, I guess. Jack's going to check on them anyway. Oh dear, it's doing it again.
So I'm finishing up today with some more interesting escape room stuff. So just using the feedback that Kim gave yesterday when playing through the bomb game, just sort of making the actual stuff look a bit better. Let me get the sheet of paper. So this thing here I put together and then I printed out. Obviously the print quality is not too good, but it's good enough for now. It's good enough for prototype test purposes. So yeah, that's good. And then as well as that, I went ahead and started making this Word document of just error codes, because as you saw the keypad puzzle, and I made a couple of puzzles for various parts of the puzzle, the escape room thing. And there's 2 different puzzles on here, very roughly hand drawn. And then yeah, you see I've created one over here, which is the actual puzzle, and this one on the left is just completely redundant information. So what I'm thinking of doing is creating about 5 or 6 pages. There'll be 2 actual puzzles that the players will have to use, and then there'll be 3 redundant pages. And that just means they'll have a book to flick through, try and find the correct error that they're showing on the screen. And yeah, that's what I've got so far.
Oh, maybe don't show my email address, my emails. Yeah, so today has been a second day of working on this application. Fingers crossed, like mainly we're talking the actual barrier to entry for this application is so much higher than the UK Games Fund, even though the UK Games Fund you need a video and all sorts of things like that. So fingers crossed we might have a decent chance of getting approved. I feel like we've got a good argument to say. But yeah, it's taken 2 days and it's all done finally. I'm just about to click the button now. Well, a few of the things that I've got on today. We also started having a look at this project. So Aaron, who's been doing T levels for the past couple of weeks with us, essentially we're like gonna sort of like run a little prototype project with him. And a lot of it is essentially around the whole concept of this game called Get in the Bin.
Get in the bin!
We just had one idea on our notepad, basically just saying a game called Get in the Bin. We had no idea what the game's going to be or anything like that. So we're going to prototype some things like that. So hopefully, yeah, there'll be more updates on this in the future. Jack's going to do some quick assets for it. And yeah.
Okay, so I'm almost finished off with the Jigsaw DLC now. All the artwork has been done. However, I'm just correcting something that was a suggestion I think I mentioned yesterday, where I was going to remove these. Obviously, you can see here the head is missing from the Statue of Liberty here. Obviously, this level is called Missing Piece, so it kind of makes sense that it's unfinished. But I think it was Lee that had the suggestion of adding this missing piece into a different level. So you can see here, I've added it into the Eiffel Tower level now, and it's a bit frustrating, but it's fine, because obviously this is the only level. So the Statue of Liberty is pretty much the only level other than one that I didn't include black outlines on. So I've had to add a black outline to the Statue of Liberty's head. But it looks fine. It makes sense with the actual art style of this level. It looks pretty cool. And if you ever wanted to go back and add it in to this level, you know, using Photoshop or something like that, it should fit in nice and perfectly.
And now that Jack's streaming in a separate room, we can do updates whilst he's doing that. I spent a lot of time today updating some more of the sort of the bomb stuff. So I've gone ahead and over here on the actual device, I've put a lot of the changes in that Kim was get feedback on regarding the actual screen messages and stuff like that. As well as that, we've had the padlock arrive. I've set this one. This one's now locking up this stop button, so you can't access that until you've got to the end of the game. There's some more here, haven't set up yet, and we're doing that next day or for each of these, hopefully to keep them locked shut. And then yeah, back on here, I've gone ahead and put all of the, well not all of them, some more of the clues into this sort of document. It'll be a booklet you'll find halfway through the game. So yeah, hopefully you'll get this set up towards the end of the day, and the guys can give this another try. But yeah, should be pretty much ready for Pass 2. So yeah, to finish up the day, we had Aaron, the college student, playing through the game. I see he left with 9 minutes 21. Yeah, printing off a bunch more stuff. So the document I was showing, printing off, just obviously the prototype. Give myself some feedback on this as well. These first 3 pages I reckon will not be in the booklet. So I'll have a book of keypad error codes, that might work quite nicely, and these ones to be random. So this was used repeatedly, but it seemed it would flow quite nicely when I was just putting in the codes depending on the errors. But this particular one seemed a bit confusing to keep using. So what I've done here, a very simple thing, is that each code is a element code, which is look at periodic table, and it gives you the code to put into this dial down here. Because this is a 6-digit number. This little key worked nicely. And it worked, but it gets used like 4 times, which isn't ideal. So I think I have to think of some more clues for that. And then the keypad error code. Some of the I think some of the puzzles were a bit too difficult. But maybe that's just the way the print came out. Because one of the this line here is meant to be at the bottom of the previous page, and it's printed a bit differently. So maybe that's the issue. Yeah, I've got lots of notes, and I'll have to do a 3rd iteration to try and get this as perfect as we can.
Guys, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's really hot. Go, hurry up.
Yeah, so we have a Steam sale that's on at the minute. Summer sale, that's why it's really hot. Check it out. But DLC that's coming out, we have... Stop shooting your head, man. Good joke. We have the Jigsaw DLC for Current Pixels. That's been announced. That's ready to wishlist. And we have the board game DLC for Voxels as well. Make sure you check that. And we have the music DLC, which we're half done now. So hopefully that's ready for release by end of the month as well.
Yes, and thank you to all our Patreon members, our Discord members as usual. And it's too hot.